Hello and welcome back to the Movie Memo Recaps. Today we are going to recap a 2008 movie titled The Shepherd. Please be advised that there will be spoilers ahead. The movie opens in Kabul, Afghanistan. American soldiers, led by Sergeant Benjamin Myers, prepare their weapons. They're looking for a top terrorist leader. They discover the terrorist's hiding spot. Myers defeats a terrorist using his combat abilities. Following Karp's directions, they go to another location and eliminate the terrorists there. Afterwards, Myers and his squad enter Karp's room and encounter some women. They inquire about Jamal al-Adin, but they receive no information. Frustrated, Myers takes drastic measures. One woman is made to stand, revealing she's strapped with a bomb. Myers snatches the bomb's remote and swiftly gets her out. He's faced with a hard choice. He threatens to detonate the bomb unless they reveal Jamal al-Adin's location. The woman eventually indicates a direction and triggers the bomb, causing a massive explosion. The events shock Myers and a fellow soldier. Jumping ahead 2 years, a former soldier from New Orleans, Jack Rubito, arrives in Columbus, New Mexico, with his rabbit. Captain Ramona Garcia introduces Jack to the local police because he's the new addition to their homicide division. Captain Ramona discusses a rising concern. There are new criminals in town who might be ex-military professionals like Navy SEALs or Delta Force. Someone unidentified leads them. These mercenaries are well-funded and organized, employed by nearby drug lords. They have a connection with a mysterious leader from their past. If this continues, things could escalate. After the briefing, Captain Ramona informs Jack that he's on the team but needs to adapt quickly. She emphasizes that policing here differs from New Orleans. It's about upholding the law or confronting illegal border crossings. Columbus is a tough town, and Jack needs to watch out. He visits Connie's bar and gets a lot of attention. Lexi, the waitress, asks for his drink order and appreciates Jack's remarks. This angers Jed, a patron. Jed confronts Jack, who immediately regrets his words and shoves Jed, causing him to lose balance. In retaliation, Jed's friends attack Jack, but Jack defends himself and leaves with his rabbit. That night, Jack goes to his room and takes a break. The next day, Ramona approaches him, unhappy about what happened at the bar. She tells Jack that if he keeps stirring up trouble, she'll have to replace him with someone else. She then introduced Jack's new partner, Billy Ponel. Jack apologizes to Ramona, and she walks away. Billy seems friendly toward Jack, and they drive to Billy's house later. At Billy's place, Jack meets Billy's partner before returning to his lodging. At night, Jack has terrible dreams about his past and chats with his rabbit. The following day, while Jack is checking maps and details about a smuggler, Billy takes him to the border area. Out of nowhere, there's a shootout between smugglers and the police. Jack steps in to protect Billy, and they start chasing the criminals by car. When Jack notices the criminals attempting to flee, he crashes into their vehicle and seizes one of the gang members. This criminal has a bomb strapped to him. Jack tells Billy to call the bomb squad. When the bomb experts arrive, they struggle with the device. It explodes, and from a distance, Karp and the smugglers watch the explosion. Benjamin Myers, with Karp as his right-hand man, leads this rebel military group of smugglers. They have established themselves as the dominant force in the illegal business, displacing prominent drug lords such as Felix Nastor and Benito Ortiz. During a police gathering, an FBI agent shares secret info from Quantico. Benjamin Myers is the driving force behind the local illegal activities and is actively expanding them. Each year, over 50,000 individuals cross the border without papers, possibly smuggling drugs. The strategy involves employing bomb specialists to inspect all incoming individuals, given that Myers employs concealed C4 explosives. They need to be ready for any unexpected maneuvers. Myers, who was once a soldier in Afghanistan, is now involved in the drug trade with a wealthy foreigner. This situation is problematic. They're uncertain about whether they will receive new equipment or assistance from the National Guard. With elections coming up, this issue is pressing, and only the cops are on it. After the gathering, a captured smuggler grabs Jack and points a gun at Billy. Jack, using his combat skills, disarms the smuggler, saving Billy. As they continue, they encounter more smugglers. Suddenly, Billy swerves the car, surprising the smugglers. Jack jumps out, chasing them on foot. He manages to catch one, but as another aims at him, Jack quickly shoots, taking both down. After all this, Ramona becomes increasingly frustrated with Jack. A journalist soon arrives, accompanied by the town's head. Watching the news, Karp secretly shares Jack's whereabouts with his friend at the bar. That evening at the bar, Jed apologizes to Jack for their earlier disagreement. Lexi, the bartender, serves Jack a drink and shares with the reporters Jack's role in capturing the smugglers. But Lexi's cheeriness fades when Ramona enters the bar. They both share a drink, and as Ramona continues to drink heavily, Jack decides it's best to escort her out. In another location, Carp informs Myers about an upcoming shipment and their strategy to keep it hidden from the police. On the streets, Jack spots a family, which triggers a memory of a dream where a girl laughs inside a police station and an officer spills something on Jack's usual attire, prompting him to consider changing his outfit. Meanwhile, Myers, Carp, and their crew board a bus carrying contraband. During a routine inspection, a policeman grows suspicious upon noticing a tattoo on one of the smugglers' hands. The officer promptly reports this to the police headquarters. Alerted, Carp instructs Myers to act. Myers forcibly removes the bus driver and abandons him. The smugglers brandish their weapons, leading to an intense shootout between them and the cops. Jack and Billy receive a distress call about the bus situation and rush to the scene, narrowing the distance between them and the criminals. However, just as they are about to corner them, Myers spots a police vehicle ahead and swiftly reverses the bus direction. From a nearby bridge, Jack takes shots at Myers' bus, but Myers manages to evade the gunfire. The bus speeds up and crashes into a wall in the Las Palomas Market District. Jack and Billy run after them, plunging directly into the midst of the firefight. In the market, Jack thinks pursuing the criminals is the best move. Unexpectedly, Mexican officers apprehend Jack from behind. Concurrently, Carp spills everything he knows about Jack. With growing concern about Jack and Billy's whereabouts, they seek assistance from an FBI agent. Meanwhile, Jack finds himself imprisoned. Mexican authorities force Jack to combat another inmate. Jack's use of martial arts to overpower his opponent shocks everyone. Back at the town hall, when the town leader inquires about Jack's location, Captain Ramona reveals he is incarcerated in Palomas. However, inside the Palomas jail, some officers unexpectedly ambush Jack. Amidst a memorial service for the casualties from the bus skirmish, Captain Ramona's phone buzzes with a call from Billy, prompting her to swiftly take action. Switching back to Jack, the Palomas officer hands him over to Myers. Myers suspends Jack over a pool of water filled with electrified wires, interrogating him about his true identity. Myers harbors suspicions that Jack, given his combat skills, could potentially be a member of the FBI or another elite force. Despite the threats, Jack insists he's only a border patrol agent. Simultaneously, Billy holds on to Ramona. Unexpectedly, it comes to light that Billy is working with Myers. Myers aims his gun at Ramona to intimidate Jack. Pressured, Jack confesses his true motive behind pursuing Myers. Myers' drugs were responsible for the tragic death of Jack's teenage daughter Cassie a few months ago. Anguished over losing Cassie, who was only 16, Jack is determined to make Myers answer for his actions. In another attempt to frighten Ramona, Myers endangers her uncle, Emil, by tossing him into the electrified water. After imprisoning Jack and Ramona in a chamber, they manage to break out and overcome Billy. Ramona swiftly contacts the Mexican police for backup, and they set off in pursuit of Myers and his crew. During the chase, Ramona suffers injuries in a vehicular collision. Jack confronts Carp, an adept fighter. After a grueling battle, Jack defeats Carp. Isolated, Myers aims to shoot Jack, but Jack quickly tosses an explosive device at him. This device resembles one from an earlier scene in Kabul and detonates, ending Myers. Grateful for his actions, Ramona apologizes to Jack. The Palomas officer also expresses his regret for his previous conduct. Mourning over Emil's fate, Jack learns from Ramona that Emil was her relative, and she had recommended him for the job. She mentions that Emil always appeared content and preferred